Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is day 751 on my journey to 2000, where I play a game of chess every day, put it on YouTube for folks to watch, track my progress on chess.com. I'm currently rated 1447 after a loss yesterday. Yeah, hoping to get this train going in the right direction here shortly. I got Emma here cheering me on. Emma. Hey. Emma. She's busy at the moment. Let's see who I'm playing today. Yes. Arthur Hanan. 1519 out of Uzbekistan. I'm not super familiar with this ready opening, but I think we'll play it as such. Well, now it's called the Kraus variation of the Queen's Pawn opening. I take, and then so maybe Queen C7 first. But then they take here. So maybe Queen D7. And then they take here. And then I push in the middle. Or I take I think Queen D7. If they take here, I could still develop my pawn, my bishop, and attack there. But if this, then they can fork queen. Take, check. Queen C8. And then after this, then I'm attacking their bishop. Alright, let's try this. Can always come back and let's say if takes, check, I can come down and defend. Got three defenders on this. Actually, I'd probably develop Knight up, castle, rooks in the center, and then I can attack. Our pieces are still kind of blocked in here. I can take. Actually, I don't need to take. I can just get bishop here and then. Actually, I might take. Because if they recapture, then I've got a fork. And it opens up this file, this C file. But my bishop's still not developed yet. Okay. So I think knight's gonna recapture. If they take this, I'll probably take back with the pawn, which gives this diagonal to my queen. And then, or take here, here, here. And then I've got, yeah, definitely take here, because if I take with the queen, then they can snag that. Yep. Okay, and now I just defend like this. Where do I take? I think take, here, there, castle, and then I've got a pin. I don't know, let's castle first. Oh shoot, I just messed that up. Oh, I just messed that up big time. Alright, don't lose it. I either wanted to push the pawn or take, and I just didn't do it. That was lapse of judgment here. Castle. And then rook c8, then attack the queen. And I don't think the queen will be able to defend this pawn, because this will be taken, 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 this will be taken. that's 2 moves in the future. Let's not get too hopeful that that's going to happen. Okay, they're attacking my bishop, so retreating here or here. I think here, so I can maintain this diagonal. Or here, so I can push this pawn. I think I'm going to do this. And then if a rook is here on e8, across from the rook on e1, then I could take. Capture, check. Okay, now it's getting interesting. Here. And then a fork possibility if they go there. So here, where would they go? Here. That adds another attacker, defender here. And then, regardless, I can get my rook over. Now they kick. I need to get the rook into the game. Yeah, I should have gone rook d8 here. So that way if it takes, then I can recapture. But they have that, so I think I know exactly this move right here is the one that got away. I wish I would have done something differently there. I'd love to get to that square. Let's see it here. Takes this. Okay, a little trade-off. Yep, here. Okay, yeah, they're gonna be up a pawn. Here. I did. Oh! Look. Look what happened, Emma. Look what happened. How did I let that happen? Good game. Good game. Thank you for the game, Arthur Hanan. Let's check out the review here again. Not an analysis, but just a review. And I try and keep these videos to 30 minutes. I played with 70% accuracy, 0 blunders, 0 misses, 3 mistakes. My opponent had 0 blunders, 2 misses, 1 mistake. The ready opening, not familiar with it by any means. Probably should practice this one in case I see it again. So I'm always hesitant to close off this light squared bishop, but I guess because the pawn had already gone to c5, it was technically okay. Perhaps. And if they... Yeah, there's lots of moves that they could have done. Okay, I might go back and look at the ready opening. Queen b3, and then this c8 move, which I spent 2 minutes on, was a mistake. Let's see. So here I was worried about this, but I had 2 defenders, so maybe that wasn't too big of a deal. I was worried about this. I wanted to take and double, but then they would take here. I was focusing on developing, and so I decided to defend against this. Oh, and there's this also that let's see. If I would have taken here and doubled up, that would have been the best move, yeah. Why didn't I spend enough time thinking about that? I think I immediately just jumped to them taking here, which was the best move at the time. But knight d7 is a pretty natural developing move. That would have been possible. And then they take, doubling up the pawns. From there, that's a good move. But there's also rook b8, and if they take here, rook 8, and then we have, well, the engine keeps saying b8, but eventually they'd have to move off of this file unless we go for a draw, which I don't think they would have done. So here, and then I could take here in the middle. this, exposing their king. And then with the e5 pawn push, they take. Then I recapture, and I've got some good space in the center. I could pin, check, d2, and then take, and then take here. Okay. But they miss the opportunity to take this pawn. I would counter, they would take here, and I take there. Alright, so good move, good move, good move, and then slight inaccuracy. Better move would have been just to take the d pawn, developing, and then a mistake here. Should have taken with the pawn, because they could have captured this pawn, and if I would have recaptured there, they'd have a pin. The pins are something that I still need to focus on, the X-ray vision of the pieces, the potential. This move. This is where I thought the game fell apart right here. But it wasn't as bad as I thought. The best move in this situation would be to advance the pawn, which wasn't even one that I was thinking. I was thinking either defending here, which is a good move, or taking, which is an excellent move. So either one of those would have been good. I went bishop to d6 for some reason, just because I had a lapse of judgment. And then after taking, best move, best move, best move, good move. Retreating back, there's a better way. Yeah, okay, the f6 move here. They probably developed their knight. Then I sent our rooks. Okay. But from here on out, they play pretty well. I attack the queen, it retreats. They kick my knight. Yeah, these were all pretty natural moves here, and totally spaced on that one. I had no idea. So, good move to my opponents, or good moves to my opponent, and they deserve this one. So, chess is tough, folks. I'm still here. I'll see you tomorrow.